What is going on, boys? We are starting a draft on Drafters. Everything good with the audio, boys? Let me know. Back in Ontario after 12-hour stream yesterday. Kind of insane. Genetic says, hold on. Not fired up. Sorry, Genetics. The boogeyman is here. But yeah, we freaking drove to Quebec to do underdog drafts. We maxed out on slows, 150 drafts. So we're going to be doing those on stream closer to the season. But for now, we're on Drafters, guys. It's available in Ontario, all of Canada, most U.S. states. We came fourth last year, and we won like $2,000. Top prize is $10K, so we're going for that number one spot this season. And if you guys want to sign up, you can sign up with code FIREDUP. Gives you 100% match deposit, up to $100. Now, bro, Genetics. I think, yeah, Genetics used my code, man. What do you say here? This guy got me addicted to Drafters. Hey, man. Happens to the best of us. I love drafting, man. That's what I live for. We are up, and we're going to draft Cale Makar with the first pick. Cale Makar was on my team that came fourth last year. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for Mr. Makar. And, defensemen are pretty good in this format, so. All right. We're going to go with Jack Eichel. It's always tough between him and Jack Hughes. Like, I'm in that spot, I'm sort of mixed in both of them. You guys see Zach Werenski go 8th here? That's insane. 8th overall. If you were to tell me last year, like, Werenski was going to go 8th in this year's draft, I would have said no shot, dude. Like, maybe like 30th, 25th maybe, but 8th? Oh, what's good, man? How you doing? Glad to see you in here. Oh, that McDavid drafter is pissed Bouchard just went there. Okay, so we're going to go. We got Eichel and Makar. Wow, look at Jack Hughes falling quite a bit. He'll probably go right here, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's pretty good, man, getting Hughes at 17. Also, boys, we're going to be doing more drafts after this. Probably going to do like 3 or 4. If you guys want to draft alongside with me, there is spots left in the next one, 2 out of 8. All right, Rantanen goes at 18. Forsberg goes. I think we're going to go Braden Point here. I think that's the play. Panarin's also a good play there. But you got to feel pretty good with Point. Pretty much being stapled to Kucherov. 40 to 50 goals, huge spike weeks. All right, audio's good. Oh man, I was hoping to get Gensel there. It's kind of annoying. That is kind of annoying. We'll go J-Rob. It's the squad so far. Tage goes. Oh, let me zoom in one more here. A little bit better for you guys, especially on mobile. Celebrini at 29. This is very early ADP, and I definitely like it because there's some really good value right now in these later rounds. If you boys are going to be drafted on here, there's some pretty insane value at the moment. Hedman and Dolly and go. I need another defenseman. Or, you know what? I got Makar. I don't need to go heavy D. Sanderson goes at 31. Wow. Okay. Sanderson's been going pretty high in these drafts. I get it. Lots of potential. Assuming this guy might go defense too. He might go Yossi. I don't know. Yeah, he goes Yossi. You can do up to 150, and I'm doing 150 of them. I did 115 last year, and it's $10 per draft. So $1,500 to the bank. We also got to talk about, I'll pull up a tweet that I posted today, the Kirill Kaprizov news. We can talk about that a little bit too. Okay. We'll go Keller. Yeah, obviously Kaprizov reportedly yesterday turned down an $8 million, 8-year, $16 million contract extension with the Wild. We don't really know the details. If it's about, does he want a shorter term deal and then get a bigger deal in like 5 years? I don't think he would be asking for more money. So we have that, but the Wild GM made some comments. Ooh. Oh, never mind. Adam Fox got taken. That's annoying. You know what? We'll get... I guess we'll just pair Sergachev with Keller, I suppose. Or we could get Gunther. You know what? We don't need Sergachev. We have Makar. We'll pair these two together. You can get some good defensemen later. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Wild GM made some comments. I'll show it. I'll show it after this draft. Interesting if you want to read into it. You know, it didn't necessarily outright deny the report. But there's also a report today that they wanted to get his list of trades, his trade destinations, because he has a full no move clause. So very interesting. Jordan, what's good, man? You're at 43. Oh, at Dylan Gunther, yeah. I don't I'm a huge Gunther guy. If you guys watched his channel last year, I was all over Gunther. Probably a top 5 drafted player on Drafters for me last year on my winning team or 4th place team. This is a little bit pricey, I would say. On Yahoo, if you're doing a redraft league, Gunther is a smash. His ADP is 150 for some reason. But in these sharper formats where it's 50K in prizes, people aren't going to be sleeping on Gunther. They know the upside with Gunther, man. Would have gone JT? Yeah, it depends on your league settings. On Underdog, I'm drafting a lot of JT because of the hits. I think JT is going to be great. But Gunther had some insane spike weeks, right? And if I get Keller, and if I'm assuming Keller has an incredible year, if I want this team to win, Keller is going to have a great season. And if Keller has a great season, Gunther's probably going to have a great year. So that's sort of the benefit of stacking. That's where my head goes to that. Oh, Soupy. Soupy is a first-time drafter. It looks like, at least this season. So we'll see what he does here. Hoping for a certain player. Oh, don't do it, man, please. You just drafted 2 defensemen. You need a forward. Okay? Say the name. Bark off. Let me stream snipe. Bro, I gotta be careful with saying who I want on here because I got the boys in here drafting. Not the boys, not my buddies, but just people that watch the channel. We're gonna grab Sergachev here. Yeah, I want to make it clear there's no collusion going on. But I got to be careful with these stream snipers. If they know what I'm about to do, they might try to ruin my day. Let's Isle, Chicago, Carolina. What you talking about, bro? You talking about the yeah, I don't even know what you'd be talking about there. I must be missing something. Oh, you're G-man. You didn't need another defenseman. Also, Barkov's a great pick there. Oh. We're going another smash pick. Just pair him with Eichel. This is going pretty smoothly, guys. This is a good team. Goalies, obviously no goalies, but there's so many good goalies on the board right now. So that's what we're going to be doing there later in the draft. I got my guys. And by the way, boys, stay tuned. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos this weekend. I might record a video after tonight, record some of it. I'll be working all tomorrow, all weekend. We're going over a bunch of different topics in the next 4 videos. We're going to hammer them out. Oh, Kaprizov potential to destinations. I mean, I haven't been on Twitter at all. I drove 5 hours today, so maybe that's just speculation. I guess the Isles make sense because you have maybe the Russian connection with Siplikov and and Shabanov and Sorokin. Chicago. Oh, dude. I don't think he'd want to, like, do you really want to go to Chicago where they're at right now? I don't know. And then Carolina, yeah. But also Carolina has had a lot of trouble retaining players. Gensel, Rantanen. Doesn't seem like the hottest spot. Thank you, Marty. I appreciate you using the code, by the way. Help support the channel. And I think I saw you in one of my drafts as well, which is cool. I hope I wish you good luck in some of your teams, man. Romanov as well. Yeah, Romanov too, eh? Wow, they got a lot of Russians on that team. Shabanov might be a fun player to watch this year. You know, super good KHL numbers, over a point per game. But, you know, he's like 5'8", 150 pounds, so we'll see. He wants to get paid. He goes to Chicago. Yeah, I suppose. They do have a lot of cap space. Larkin. Let's do it 62 value. There's some good values here, man. Good values. I think Stützle at 62 is great. I don't know if he's going to be 90-plus points, but I can see him put up 85 points. Really good spike weeks in this format. Okay, we need a goalie. We have a couple of options here. I think we go... We honestly don't need Saros this early. We can swing around and get some goalies after this. This team is nice, man. This team is really nice. I wish there was like a good player to stack Thomas with, but like Kairu's not on his line. Buchnevich is like it's an 8-team league. Should I really draft Buchnevich? Like he was like a late, like a pretty much final round pick. But I think Thomas going this late is super good value for what he provides. He'll just put up like 5 assists in a game for fun. Okay, interesting. I guess we could go... We'll go Saros. We'll go Saros. I had some conflicting thoughts there. There's just so many good players. But I think getting my first goalie at 75, a guy that's going to play 60 games, is good, you know? Why are the stacks so significant? So, I mean, it's a twofold thing. There's two reasons. One of them is, this is like, in terms of best ball, spike weeks are king, right? So, Drafters automatically puts your high scoring players into those slots. So if Keller has a massive week, Gunther's on the same line as him most likely, and also the same power play. So they're going to correlate, and they're going to be in that same scoring week. Yeah, that's sort of the gist. I don't know why I said twofold, and maybe I lost my train of thought. I guess the second thing would be, like, to get the winning team, you need the nuts, right? You need, like... Last year, it was like Werenski, right? If you had Werenski, like, I think I didn't have Werenski on my 4th place team, but the top 30 teams, I think I might have had the only team without Werenski. It was like two teams without Werenski. So you need the stone cold nuts. And if Keller is the guy that's going to put up like 100 points, then you want Gunther, right? So that's sort of the second part of stacking. Buchnevich is good at 150. I mean, there's a lot of good players around that range in an 8-team league. But I drafted him, I think, once already in my... How many drafts have I done? This is my 18th draft already. boys. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah. I mean, to simplify it, yeah. Yeah, that definitely is the easy way to say what I just said. All right, Jacob, before I answer that, let's lock in here. We got to pick. All right, well, we don't get Heisher. I was trying to get Heisher there. Kemper goes. We'll go Hintz because we got J-Rob. That correlates. I could go Cooley, but I don't know. Is that overkill? Probably not. Could go Cooley. Did Cooley go? Did somebody take Cooley? No, nobody did. Where's Cooley? This might be a little bit early to take Cooley. I just don't want to lose him. Oh, maybe I'll just wait. I need a goalie here. You know what? We don't need Cooley. It's fine. If he falls to us, he falls to us. We'll get Dostal. We don't need Cooley. I mean, we have Keller, Gunther, Sergachev. Sorry, Jacob. You asked a question. Boone Jenner or Ryan Donato, Bangers Points League. I would go Boone Jenner. I think Donato's due for some regression. Yeah, I don't know. I actually would have to probably look at them a little bit closer. Like look at their exact numbers. I don't know their exact shot hit block totals off the top of my head. Donato could be power play 1, so he does have that going for him, but so could Boone Jenner. So it's kind of a toss-up, man. Donato's attached to Bedard. Jenner might play third line. Yeah, I'd have to think more, man. No shot they did. Are you serious? That shows a lot of yikes. That shows they really don't like Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. They grab Alex Lyon. They now they sign Georgiev. That's not good. Oh yeah. Dan Levi, what on earth are they doing? Levi's kind of overrated, man. I don't know. He still has a lot of time. I'm not trying to shit on him or anything, but yeah, I think Cooley should be around. If he gets taken, he gets taken. Like, there's so many good players left. Eriksson Ek. Is he still left? I like Ek, but in this format, not as much, just because there's no hits and shots aren't counted as heavily as like a default Yahoo points league. So, yeah, he's fine. I do think he has some pretty big spike week potential. I'll mix him in here for sure. Your first overall in both my 8-hour pick drafts and underdog. Yeah, Dreamsy. I freaking I maxed out on the slow drafts in Quebec yesterday, 150. You know what? We might actually want... you know what? We don't need to do that. Hold on. Should we go Cooley? Let's get... we'll get Swayman. I've kind of not been drafting Montembeault, which I think might be a mistake. I need to mix him in. I just don't like how he torn. Like, didn't he tear both of his groins in the playoffs last year? Like, I could see them maybe, you know, easing off the starts a little bit with the workload that he got. You only keep 2 players in a keeper league? That's a tough league to be in. That's a really tough question, man. I think Bedard's going to put up 100 points in a couple of years. It's a matter of, like, Bedard's going to be better. In 3-4 years, Bedard's going to be better than Eichel, I think. But you just have to wonder... It's all about, like, if you're going for the chip right now. Are you rebuilding? I guess with 2 keepers, it's hard to say. I think for the next 3 years, I would want Eichel. I've been grinding, man. We're going to do 150 drafts on drafters. We're going to do 150 drafts on underdogs. So we're going to, by the end of it, if the slow drafts fill, we're going to be at 300 drafts, 300 fantasy hockey drafts. And might have a problem. I might need to talk to someone about that. I think that's going to be like, I don't know how much money that's going to be. I don't even want to do the math. All right, let's check. I was going to say, let's check the next draft. That's going to fill, but we're going to do another one after this and maybe 2 more as well. So Benajad goes. It's my highest drafted player right now in drafters, but I got to cool down in it because the exposure is way too much. Yeah, I get that. I think also I'm a little biased against Bedsy because I liked him a lot last year for a stupid reason. You know, that was a big learning lesson for me, you know, understanding that, you know, you want to draft good players on good teams. Like that's a big thing. And Chicago's not a good team. And even if he has all the talent in the world, if you don't have the players around you, like you're not gonna put up like 90 points. And he's 20 or 19. How old is he? He's like 19, 20. It takes time. All right, we go with Vince down here. If you guys want to take a look at the team so far. Actually, hold on. We got 3 more picks. We'll show it after. But the team is nice. The team is very nice. Gosh darn it. I wanted a Chushkin there, man. That's annoying. All right. Who do we go with here? Oh, you know what? This could be a dud. But because we got Eichel and Theodore, we'll go Dorofeev. If he's power play 1, line 1, sky's the limit. If he's not power play 1, then, you know, he'll be okay. He'll be pretty bad going pick 123 in an 8-team league if he's not power play 1. I don't know if I'm going to touch Ukko Pekka now. If, with this Gorgiev signing, that's a little bit concerning. Not like he was going to be like one of my targets. But one goalie, maybe I'm going to fade pretty hard. Bruh. Took for Haggy for me. All right, we're going to join another one here, boys, just because there was only one spot left. If you guys want to load up into the next one after this, we're going to do another one too. If you guys want to sign up with the code FIREDUP. 100% match deposit, up to 100. Vejmelka goes. Oh, what do I do here? Oh, I don't want to go too many Vegas players. Shoot, we're kind of in a pickle here. Hold on. This is too highly correlated, I think. Oh, should I like your squad? I think Hyman's a good pick. Barkov's a good pick. Some good picks. All right, last pick. What we might do is go Buchnevich here to pair with Thomas. Could go Besser maybe, or Stamkos. We'll go Booch. All right, let's we'll take a look at the squad here. Hold on, boys. Give me 1 second. We'll go Pasta, and then we'll go Jack. Okay, this is the team, man. Honestly, I love this team. Really good defenseman. Really good correlation here. Goalies, like late volume guys that have, you know, decent upside week to week. So yeah, hold on. We entered another draft, and we're gonna do this here. We're gonna do maybe 2 more after this. If you guys want to draft with me. Okay. Oh, shit. What are the comments saying here? Vejmelka for 0G is nice, yeah. Remember when Vejmelka got like 22 starts in a row or something? That was kind of insane. I think it's his spot to lose after last year. I know Ingram's back, but for like a high upside play that late in the draft, could get like 55 games on a solid team. How are you another drafty? Yeah, you can join multiple at a time if you want. I've done maybe like 2 at the same time. It's a little bit hectic, but yeah, I joined one while I was with 1 pick left in the other one. Yeah, I think there is good value with 0 goalies this year. I think every year there is. It's weird though. In this format, goalies are going, some really good goalies are going very late, which I like. I don't like having to use, high capital on a goalie in general. But I'd have to take a look at the Yahoo ADP. I'm not sure what the Yahoo ADP is saying with goalies right now. Oh, you're first. Hey, you're slushy. First 3 picks. Hold on, I'm up. Your first 3 picks, McDavid, Marner, Nylander. Yeah, they're solid. I think it's not a 1-to-1 rule, but I do like stacking Bouchard with McDavid in a lot of situations. But it's fine, right? If you can get really good defensemen later, it's not a big deal. Man, I was hoping Tage maybe would fall all the way to 40 with Darlene, but I guess not. Chris, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, last year was crazy, man. Werenski, even like, I thought Werenski was going pretty high compared to other platforms on here. He was going at like 50, and that was still really good value. I was drafting a lot of Noah Hannafin like an idiot. I'd be interested to go and look back and see where all the guys were going ADP wise. I'll take a look later. Robertson at 37. That's pretty good. Oh, man. I wanted to pair Fox with Panarin. Wow, that's annoying. Okay. Okay. Let's go Hudson, and then we'll go Theodore, I guess. Natchez or Brat? I think I'd go Brat slightly. I like Natchez a lot, but yeah, I would go Brat. Getting Hedman in the 5th used to be impossible. Yeah, that's true. I guess Hedman was going kind of in the 3rd last year. See, I would like to pair Hudson with... Maybe I can get Caulfield. I don't know. It's just these Montreal guys are going so high right now. It's a little bit hard to stack those guys and then feel good about it. Hagel at 49. Barkov at 52. That's a good pick. Dude, Ralph Wiggum was mad in the chat yesterday. He was mad about defensemen going early, and I get it. I kind of understand if you're fading defensemen, and then you're kind of left with the scraps at the end. Doesn't feel very good. I probably should have got Brad instead of Theodore to pair with Hughes. I think that was a mistake there. We're going to get Dougie just because we got to mix him in there at points. We can't just only draft Luke Hughes. And then let's go. I guess we'll go Caulfield. Pair him with Hudson there. I have a hot take about Hagel, man. I'm not a fan, to be honest, where he's going. I understand 5v5, he was a dog. Like, I love Hagel as a player. He's a dog, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like it's a little bit too high right now. Like, the upside isn't there. I think Bjorkstrand's going to be power play 1, personally. You know, they want a right-hand shot on that left side. Hagel had 0 power play goals as well. So yeah, I'm a little bit lower on Hagel than some other people. Stutzla and Elias Pettersson. It's crazy, man. 2 years ago, these guys were going like pick 20. Both of them. Like pick 18, 19. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this player here. Yeah. Tay, what is he going to do? Wow, okay. We're going to go Philip Gustafson, I think. And then... We'll go Sorokin, too. I think every draft I'm fading goalies so hard that, you know, if the goalies I'm targeting don't pan out, then it's not going to be good. So we got to mix in some of these other guys. These mid-tier guys. I love both of them if you only knew my history with them in my keeper league. You talking about Bjorkstrand and Hagel? Or maybe you were talking about somebody else. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think my issue with Elias Pettersson is, I don't think he's going to put up 100 points again. I mean, yeah, I guess he could, right? I just think it's going to take a super efficient year. But I think he's going to bounce back. He was on pace for, 57 points last year. So, yeah, I think he's good for, 75 to 85 points a season if he can stay healthy. You know, hopefully his knee tendonitis is good and everything's good with that. And hopefully, mentally as well. I feel like out of any NHL player, he's one of those guys that needs to see, a sports psychologist, man. I think he gets into his head a little bit too much. You know, and we saw that affect him pretty heavily. Wow, Kochetkov at 81? That is an insane reach. Slushy, are you in here, man? Or was he in the chat? Oh, Anthony, you're Slushy. Bro. Hey, I mean, take your guys. If that's your guy, you got to take him. Marchenko at 84 could be really good. And this is where we go. Could go Wyatt Johnson. I think we're going to go Robert Thomas, Nico Hischier. All right, we get Dougie, Hischier, Jack. It's a pretty good team. Defensemen are a little sus. I think, I'm not fully confident in Hamilton. I think it's going to be Luke on that power play one, but if Doug is on there and he's healthy, like he's going to be pretty darn good. So it's worth a stab. I think it'll go later. I think in a couple of weeks. So I'll probably draft him more when his ADP settles a little bit. Oh, you meant to pick Montembeau. Okay, I see. I was gonna say go check off at that. Like you could have got him as like the last pick of the draft. Freddie Slander, yeah. I think Freddie's still like he's still the guy, man. I think Kochetkov might just be like not a good goalie at this point. You know, I feel like he hasn't really shown anything as of late that tells me that he's a legit number one quality starter. He's just not. Your plan was to pick him last, yeah. That's tough, man. I was in a slow draft and I auto drafted Mackenzie Weegar at his ADP, which like his ADP isn't good. And I was so pissed. Oh, I wanted to get Montembeau there. That's fine. We'll go Binner. Haven't really drafted too much of them. And then we'll go Healers. Kind of a weird team. Some of these guys I don't draft a lot of. Draft a lot of Robert Thomas and Nico Hischier, but Caulfield, this is my first time drafting Caulfield. Haven't drafted too much of Lane Hudson. First time drafting Dougie as well in 19 drafts, I suppose. But yeah, it's fun. The team's fun. It's not my favorite. There's some really good goalie picks late, though. It's actually insane. I'm going Barkov, man. I'm going Barkov this year. I think Barkov can put up 90 points on this team, but I don't think Celebrini's putting up 90 points this year. Yeah, like getting Swayman Demko that late is... Why is Johnson this low? I mean, it's a good question. He could be like 80 to 85 points. He probably should, like, he shouldn't have fell this far, but if you look at the caliber of players around him, like, we could just take a look here. Like Marchenko, Lucas Raymond, Robert Thomas, Nico Hischier, Kevin Fiala, Konechny. Like, they could all put up similar points. But yeah, I think he's good value. There's a lot of good values. Yeah, there's so much value, man. I love it. I want to draft so many of these early teams and then switch it up. Switch my exposures up as we get closer to the contest. because I just want to draft my guys every time. All the guys that I think are value, I just want to grab. Okay. Shoot, we need a forward. We need a forward. Ooh. We'll take him. Also, look at Miro Heiskanen here. I think, like, as I do more research and I really think about it more, I think Heiskanen has an equal shot to Harley to run this power play one. I think Heiskanen, like, I'm even sort of leaning towards Heiskanen as I do more research. I think I've called it like a crapshoot 50-50. I think in my power play video I said 60-40 Harley, but I think it might be like 60-40 Heiskanen now as I think about this a little bit more. And if he hits, man, if he's power play one all season long with Robo, Rantanen, all those guys, like that's, what, 70 points potentially? Yeah, a lot of people think that. I get it. I think he's like a much better puck moving defenseman, not a much better, but he's more reliable. You know, he's not going to cough up shorthanded chances. You know, he makes a lot of really good passes that don't necessarily end up on the score sheet, man. He's an incredible player. Cool, he could pop this year. Yeah, I think so too, man. If he's playing top line with Gunther and Keller all season long, man, sky's the moon. Or sky's the moon. The sky's the limit. Oh, you think it's going to last 5 games? I think it will be. It could be a season-long thing. It could be like, if the power play is not clicking, they'll just put Harley on. I think the main thing that I think of is you have a lot of shooters on the power play. Like Johnson's a shooter. Robertson's a shooter. Rantanen's a shooter. So, like, do you really need to have Harley there too? It's hard to say. I go back and forth, man, because Harley looks so much better on this power play than Heiskanen last year. But it's also 1 year because Heiskanen was, what, one of the best power play defensemen a couple of years ago. Put up like 32 power play points or something. So, yeah, we will see. Don't really have too many stacks here, which could be an issue. You know, the problem is, who do you stack pasta with? I'm not drafting Morgan Geeky on here. I'm not drafting freaking Elias Lindholm or Elias Lindholm. And then Jack, I probably should have drafted Brat. Maybe I go Buchnevich. Yeah, we'll go Booch. And then, oh god, we got to pick another guy too here. I don't want to get Slafkovsky. I know I have Caulfield, but really, I could get Svechnikov. Or Cutter Gauthier, maybe. Time's running out. We'll get Svetch, screw it. That's a squad. Not my favorite, to be honest, but it has some potential. Do you know pick 126? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean? Anyways, boys, this is the team. You can elaborate on that. And we're going to get into another one here, boys. 1 out of 8. $10 NHL Best Ball Championship on Drafters Fantasy Sports. I'll plug the code again. I know for you guys that have been watching, it might get a little annoying, but if you want to sign up, You can sign up with code FIREDUP, referral code FIREDUP / promo code. If you go to download the app, there's going to be an option to sign up using my code. This will give you 100% match deposit up to $100. So 20 gets you 40, 40 gets you 80, 100 gets you 200. And that's in bonus funds. So it's a really good deal. And it's available in Ontario. It's one of the only best ball platforms available in Ontario. So yeah, we're going to be maxing out this contest. 150 teams is the plan. We drafted, how many teams have we drafted? We've drafted 19 teams so far. And let me show you before we see 4 more people. Let me show you the team last year that won me the most money. The team that came in 4th. Let me find this here. All right. Let's take a look at this squad real quick. This was the team last year that came in 4th place. This is my team. $2,000 to the bank. Obviously, Hellebuck and Kemper were enormous down the stretch. Hintz and Johnson were enormous down the stretch. Larkin to Brinkett Raymond. The stack was great. Keller Gunther was amazing. Hughes and Bratt were good while they were healthy. Natchez was obviously a dog, 137. And Timo Meier, we don't talk about what he did last year. Let's just pretend Timo Meier didn't exist. But we got Cale Makar as well, Rasmus Dahlin, Sergachev, Luke Hughes. So yeah, that was the team last year, man. And, oh shoot, pre-draft. All right, we're in a draft, boys. And we get the number 1 pick. Let's go. Okay, so this is where we sort of run into the dilemma of McDavid versus McKinnon. It's the only issue. I think I might go McDavid here. We'll go McDavid. Palms, what's good, man? That's a Drafters OG. Remember you using my code. Palms, you're at 6. You got any players in mind that you're targeting this year? Oh, this is your first draft too. Very nice. Makar at 5. You got some pretty good choices here, brother. Leon at 6. Nice. Yeah, it's funny Leon's still going at 6. But he kind of like, he has one really good year and then he kind of has a downish year. It seems like he kind of follows the Austin Matthews trend. But I love him in this format, man. Like he's pretty insane. Like I might even go Draisaitl over Matthews on Drafters. On Underdog, I'll go Matthews over Draisaitl just because of the shots. But yeah, good stack, man. I was hoping maybe Bouchard would fall to me, but that's not very easy to get. Jack Hughes, Makar. Dude, I loved getting the Makar Jack Hughes stack last year. Not a stack, but getting that star was pretty fun, even though Jack wasn't the best. Just kind of a tough spot here. We'll go Darlene. And then we'll go... We'll go Mitch Marner. Oh, it's always tough, that sort of range. Kyle Connor, Nylander, Marner. I think Connor's due for some regression. You know, Marner's on a new team, but he's with Eichel. Wow, Boldy over. Oh, Shane Goots. Did Shane Goots? I think Shane Goots won it all last year. Let me check. Shane Goots. Or maybe he didn't, but I swear he had like 5 teams in the top 10 or something. It was insane. Oh no, he didn't. He had Shane Goots had 2 teams in the top 10. Abo Yes is the guy that won it all last year. Yeah, Boldy's going super high, man. I think it's a little bit too high for my liking, to be honest with you. I think on here with Underdog, I think Drafters may have taken some of the rankings from Underdog, their initial ADP. And on Underdog, he's going super high, so that's kind of what we're seeing right here. I don't know. I think Boldy could put up 85 to 90 points potentially with 40 goals. Like he's certainly that's certainly within the range of outcomes for Boldy. So it's fine, but like from that ADP, you're not really getting much upside, right? You're kind of drafting him at his ceiling, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. Man. Oh, let's see what happens here. I always get a little nervous when I want a certain player. Shane Goots, don't take him. Don't take him. Don't take him, please. Good. Good. All right. We are going to get Tage Thompson. And we are going to get Jake Sanderson. That's what I'm saying too, man. I talked about this last year because everyone was so hyped on Boldy. You know, last year wasn't the year where they were going to put him with Kaprizov because they had no depth. Maybe this year because, you know, you have Urov there. You have, you know, Rossi showing he's a really good player. Ogren could maybe, you know, put up a good rookie year. So maybe they'll feel comfortable putting those three together, Eriksson, Boldy, and Kaprizov. But yeah, it limits his upside not being line one. It's just a fact. I'd love to see it, though. It would be awesome. I think if he was line one, he could put up like even like 90, 95 points. But do they feel comfortable enough with stacking that team like that? I don't know. Yeah, Fox goes. Yeah, there's some drama going on. Some might say that in the last 2 days. Gunther at 45. Oh, I thought Keller didn't go. I was like, did Gunther go before Keller? But no, that's just me not paying attention. Caulfield goes. What are we doing here? I think I know what I want. Oh, man. Shangoots. That's who I wanted there. That's fine, though. We're going to go Tim Stuchla. And then who shall we go with here? You know what? We'll go with Barkov here. That feels pretty good. Feels very good. All right. I was hoping to get Theodore and Stützle there, but I think that's fine, actually, because we've been drafting too much of Theodore. So we'll go with some other defensemen here later on. There's some good guys that I like targeting. You guys got any spicy hot takes for me this year? Anyone have like a super hot take on a player? I think my biggest one might be I hate Hagel at this price. Maybe that's not a hot take. I think it's a pretty like common sense take, but supposedly the drafters think he's gonna put up 90 points again. I don't think so. Miller goes, Hagel goes. Like, should Hagel be going right beside JT Miller? I don't know, man. Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me with some of the caliber of players that are going 30 picks, 40 picks later. Hudson 80 points. That is a kind of a Steven hot take, but hey, 66 points as a rookie, like what, the one of the best rookie seasons of all time for a defenseman. I see that as a possibility in his sophomore season. That's not crazy. How many power play points did Lane Hudson have last year? That could be maybe a bump. Like if their power play goes nuclear, he had 26 power play points. Yeah, there's a little bit of room there for growth. Maybe he can score some more goals as well. Lane Hudson, I was thinking of taking him. Martin, you almost convinced me. Michkov goes. Okay, I think we're going to go with Aho. Wow, he sure went high. Sebastian Aho, and then we're going to go with I guess Dustin Wolf could be pretty good. We'll go with Sergachev. I feel like I'm drafting too much of Mikel Sergachev. Like every draft, he's just sitting there, and I can't help but take him. Let's look here, though. This is a pretty good team. I think we need to stack a couple guys, though. Maybe Batherson with Stützle. Vraggy with Barkov. Maybe Tuck with Tage. We have a few guys we're gonna look at here. Johnson goes at 70. Whoever was in the chat saying, why is Hudson or Johnson going so low? This seems a little bit more fair to his price or to what he brings to the table. What do we got here? Raymond goes, Jones goes. I was hoping Jones was going to fall to me, actually, but he does not. I was hoping to pair him with Barkov. That is okay. Allmark goes. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Could get Jarvis with Aho if he falls. But he's kind of falling quite a bit here. I don't know if I'm going to grab him. Yeah, Jarvis goes. That kind of sucks. Ugh. I really was hoping to get Sorokin there, man. Like, that was a crazy fall. Man. We're going to get Ehlers to pair with Aho. We could get a defenseman. Go Larkin. Liking this team so far. What are your thoughts on Bedard this year? He's going to be okay. I think he's going to be like a a 75 to 80 point player. I don't think he's going to take a massive step forward. I think, the only player they added was Andre Burakovsky. And that's it. They also had some unsustainable power play production as well. So I'm not expecting a bump there. Bertuzzi was like super efficient on the power play. Donato was also super efficient as well on Bedard's line. So I expect some regression from him. So yeah, I don't think he's going to pop off. Not expecting it. Okay, we got, what are we seeing here? Dobson goes, DeBrincat goes, Kemper goes. Dobson is kind of a weird pick. Not the biggest fan. We do need a goalie here. We're currently sitting at 0 goalies. But there's some good ones later on here that we're gonna grab, I think. Might go with like a Karel Vejmelka super late. Should we get Cooley? How do I feel with the Dallas boys? Is Rantanen going full Huberdeau? I like the Dallas boys, man. I think there's a lot of upside this year with the new head coach. Potentially more ice time, right? Like Hintz is a guy that gets. Hold on, I'll finish this thought once I just make these picks here. We'll go Montembeault, and then we'll go Tuck. Yeah, so what I was going to say is Hintz is a guy who's gone like, 17 minutes per game for a bunch of years now under DeBoer. 16 minutes and 53 seconds last year. So, what if we see Hintz ice time go up to like 19 minutes, 20 minutes? There's upside for him there. Robo's ice time was shit last year. Yeah, I think Rantanen is also going to be solid. Like he's playing on a line with some really good players, and he's still like a really fantastic player himself. So, this is not like a Huberdeau situation because you got guys like Hintz and Robo there, right? Like Huberdeau was with, Kadri and then the rest of like a bunch of like middle six players. Who's going to drop off of power play one? Duchesne? Yeah, I would imagine so. I think just based on talent, I don't think he should be power play 1, but you know, I would say that, yeah, he looked really good last year on power play 1. The power play was actually much better with him on it. And then Rantanen came and joined the team, and the power play started sucking. So, you know, Duchesne had 27 power play points last year. So, yeah, I mean, could Duchesne be on there? Maybe, but I'm not projecting it. That's for sure. All right, I think we're going to do one more draft after this. There's 8 slots left if you guys want to join it. And then Palms, you bastard. Oh, it took Zib from me. That's a stream snipe right there for sure. Or you just know ball. Either or is fine. Oh shoot, we might get screwed here actually with. Oh yeah, Y Johnson's a lock for power play 1 for sure. Absolutely, he'll be in the bumper in that sort of like Braden Point role, or maybe net front. I guess they could put Hintz in the bumper, but I think Wyatt's way better in that role. Timo goes. Does this guy need a defenseman? No, he doesn't. Are you serious, dude? You don't need a defenseman. Oh my gosh. They're forcing me to pick Steve Bulliam. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, we're going late goalies here. That was tough. I was hoping to get Vince done there. See, Bulliam could be like a complete dud. But, you know, what are you going to do? Could have went Devin Taves, but I think like Bulliam is probably his higher week-to-week upside if he's on power play 1 here. So, we'll see, man. Okay, we need goalies now. All right. Still got some good goalies on the board, which is fine. This is the team so far, boys. I'm liking it. I think Zibuliam could be really bad. But we got the Barkov, Raggy stack, Aho Ehlers, Tage Tuck. Feels pretty good. Oh, Markstrom went. That's too bad. 2 goalies. I think Stuart Skinner might be a decent option actually later, but I don't know like if Carter Hart's going to go to the Oilers. I feel like he might go back to Philly. He'll probably go back to Philly, I feel like. That would be my guess. We need to go another defenseman here, man. We go Demko. Maybe Veg. Do we go Veg or Stuart Skinner? Or Decord? You know what? We're going to go Veg here. As the goalie. Hold on. Let me put in this other light. Yeah, Jacob, we're going to do one more here, man. And then I think maybe 2 if I'm feeling up to it. But I drove 5 hours today from Quebec. And then I kind of want to watch this football game, to be honest with you. So we'll do one more. If you guys want to join, it's 0 out of 8 spots. So we got 8 spots available. So the question is here, man, do I get 5 defensemen because I don't feel comfortable with Bulliam? I feel like that might be the play, actually. Tony D was a guy that I was going to maybe take there. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it might be like, it might be fake news in a way. Like I'll pull up the GM clip in a second. Reaching for Kaprizov at the 6. Potentially. I would consider Kaprizov at 6. Hey, man, you use the code? I appreciate that, dude. Appreciate it, brother. It is a good deal, man. You get you could get like $100 in bonus funds to use on these drafts and potentially win 10K. Contract year. I feel like they're going to get a deal done. I don't think he's going to play the year without a contract. I guess if he leaves, or if he's planning on leaving, then that would be the situation. But I don't know. I'll pull up the GM clip in a second here. What he said. Okay, so we can get either Devon or Devin Taves or Brant Clark here. Or Cam Fowler. Ooh. You know what? We'll go Fowler. We will go Fowler. That's a squad, boys. It's okay. I like the forwards a lot. Defensemen. I don't like having a 4th defenseman that's kind of, wishy-washy in Bulliam. But on to the next one, boys. 2 out of 8 spots. Now it will be 3 out of 8. So we got 5 more people. while we do that, let me just pause this real quick. Let me pull up the clip of what Billy said here.
I don't know where this stuff comes from. Like my role as general manager is to protect our players. You know what? I know two things. That info didn't come from us, and it didn't come from Krill's agent. I don't know where it came from. Krill and the organization, his agent and I, we have a very good relationship. We're working through things. We're not going to let we're not going to let things like this get in the way. I still think we're in a really positive place with Krill. And like I said, he's just a great guy. Part of my role is to protect him. So we're going to let this go and we just move on. I don't know where this stuff.
Yeah, so that's what he said yesterday on a podcast. Let's go back to Drafters here. 2 more spots available, boys. But yeah, I think you can read into that and say he didn't outright deny that that he denied a $16 million contract, but he sounded pretty confident there in terms of their ability to sign Kaprizov and how it's going. But I don't know if he would, if it wasn't going right, I don't know if he would be like, yeah, no, it's going terribly. I think he has to say that, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to read into, but I feel like he's gonna sign with Minnesota before the season starts. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think he's gonna re-sign in Edmonton. There's no question about it. It's just, what the contract's gonna look like. I think he wants to stay in Edmonton. I think he wants to win. But does he want to stay there his entire career? I don't know. He's like BFFs with Draisaitl, so it's I don't see him leaving. All right, we got just one more person to join this upcoming draft. If you guys want to draft with us here. Oh, it's starting. And we get the 8th spot. That's kind of shit. That's fine though. We'll make it work. Depend on the placement. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's just you're kind of left with Pasta, who is still really good, but he's on such a bad team. With Morgan Geekie and Elias Lindholm on his team. And then you have Jack Hughes, who just can't stay healthy. That's sort of the range you're looking at. And then you have to wait all the way until pick 24, and then there's no more good defensemen available. I don't know. Maybe I might go Eichel Hughes, actually. Put the music back on here. All right, so, hey, are you going to let Austin fall to me? That would be sick. No. Didn't think that was going to happen. All right. Oh, man, I don't know. I hate drafting past him, man. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan. I don't know about Mikel either. Oh, I don't know. That was kind of tough. I think I started. I don't know if I have a past Eichel start yet. That's something I got to look at here. Well, I took past the Jack Hughes. So at least we switched it up a bit. Yeah, I think Eichel's like a safer pick. You know, Eichel's been so good, and now you add Mitch Marner to this team. Like, I could see him putting up 100 points on a really good power play. You know, Duro Fief on that line, potentially. I don't know. Hughes, you know, he has Bratt. Arseni Gritziak could be big on that line. Really good power play, but he's missed a lot of time in the last couple of years in the offseason. Just like rehabbing his shoulder year after year, man. It's got to be tough mentally. Huey, you got Hellebuck at 15. Curious who you're going to go with next. Vasi at 17. Wow. Nylander, okay. Dahlin goes. I think 8 might be my least favorite spot on drafters here. It's really annoying. I think you're sort of stuck and kind of left with a lot of like crappy options in certain spots. Oh, dude, I thought Marner was going to fall to me actually there. That would have been insane. Okay, we'll go Point Gensel here. It's a pretty good start. I think usually I go at least one defenseman in the first 4 rounds, but we'll have to get some defensemen in the next 2 picks. Forsberg falls all the way to 26. Yeah, I think so too, man. I think you can't really pass up on Pasta at 8, even if I don't love him. And then I think if you go Eichel or Hughes, you're fine. You could probably go a defenseman too. Like, you could probably go Quinn or Werenski. But I just don't feel good drafting Werenski at pick number 9, man. Like, that just feels disgusting in not a good way. So, I don't know. We'll see. I like 150 teams I'm going to be drafting. I'm sure I'm going to do it a couple of times. I haven't drafted Werenski once yet. So, you know, we'll have to get him in some spots for sure. Shoot. All right. Sanderson, Hedman goes. Shesty at 35. Hughes over Werenski for me anyways. Yeah, I definitely think so too. Oh, this guy's 100% getting Yossi here with Forsberg if he falls. That's annoying. I was hoping Yossi was going to fall here. Wow. Okay, I'll take Roman Yossi here. Thank you very much. All day. I will take Roman Yossi, and then I will take Shea Theodore. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. We can look at some of the teams here. Leafs. We got Huey here. I think he's in the chat. It's pretty good. Dude, Celebrini at 29, I just can't get behind, man. I just can't. This is a pretty good start. Although Brady, not the biggest fan of Brady this high in this format. That's fine, I guess. Caulfield, a little bit too high, I think. Low-key, my team kind of cooking right now, dude. Rates is yours, eh? There you go, you got him. You got the Stützle Sanderson stack here. It's not a bad stack to have. Hagel at 49. Hmm. Your team's good. I don't love Cider at that pick, to be honest, though. I guess he's fine. I just think there's a few other guys that have a little bit more upside than Cider. Okay, I'll get Natchez. This is a pretty late Natchez fall. And then I think we'll go Gus here. Yeah, I think oh, you're a Waynes fan. I'm assuming you're going to try to get some of these Waynes guys then. Raymond. I drafted on my 4th place team last year. I had all those Waynes guys. Larkin, Raymond, DeBrincat. DeBrincat and Raymond were going super late, and I drafted them quite a bit just for like the stack upside potential. And yeah, they were sick, man. They were sick. Casper last pick. I like Marco Casper as a player, man. I think the Wayne's got a good one, dude. I don't know how I feel about the JVR acquisition though. I was looking at their lines here on my other tab. But I'm excited about what's his face too. Axel Sandine Pellikka. I think he's going to be sick, and he's probably going to quarterback power play 1 in a couple years, maybe next year, as early as next year. That'd be pretty cool. You guys got some good young players. Bedard at 63, Aho at 62. I was hoping Aho would fall to me, but I guess that was sort of wishful thinking. You gonna go with Raymond here, Huey? Pair him with Cider. Sorokin. Dude, Sorokin fell so far in the last draft. He was like 75. It was insane. Chikrin at 68. This is the team so far. I'm a really big fan of this team. I'm trying not to mess it up, honestly, because I think it could be pretty darn good. So let me lock in here. Kind of want to go with the risky pick, but I'm not sure what to do. Could go Elias Pettersson, but I don't know. Okay. Man. I could go with 2 really risky picks right now. Man, he was so bad last year. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to go Miro Heiskanen. And then we're going to go with... We'll go with Elias Pettersson. Screw it. Screw it, man. I do think Petey's... Well, hold on. I will say he should bounce back from a 57-point pace. You know, he should bounce back, but to what extent is sort of the question here. I talked about this in my recent video, but in the 2 seasons where Elias Pettersson popped off, it was like super unsustainable. It was like Kuzmenko had 40 goals at a 27% clip. The next year, it was Besser who had 40 goals. So, you know, it's... I don't know. I'm not like super high on Elias Pettersson, but at this price, man, like with the upside, then I'm fine with it. Like at 73, the upside's there. It just... I don't know. We'll see. I think, like, on paper, this team is pretty disgusting. If Heiskanen is power play 1, he could be a pretty big smash at this price. You know, I can't just not draft Heiskanen and Harley. Like, one of them should pop. Petey for the win, yeah. Dude, I used to be a Canucks fan. Like, I used to be a massive Canucks fan back in the day when I was a kid, but kind of lost my connection to the players, so I'm not really a Canucks fan. They're still in my heart though. So I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Elias Pettersson to bounce back. Okay. We also got to figure out goalies here. I think we're gonna. Oh, I was really hoping Robert Thomas is gonna fall to me there. That's annoying. It was between him and Elias Pettersson with that last pick. And he sure goes too. Gosh darn it. Okay. We'll go Hintz, man. We'll go Hintz. I remember last year in the for like 2 months, Hintz was putting up insane numbers, insane spike weeks. I think there's some upside with Hintz. And let's just show this here. How do I do this? I'm not going to pull it up. I don't want to mess things up here. What I was going to say is Hintz averaged, what, like 16 minutes last year? 16 minutes and 53 seconds. So a new head coach could be could unlock some potential with Hintz here. You know, give him some more ice time. Oh, yeah. I'm drafting the shit out of Rupe Hintz at his current price on this platform. My exposure to him at the moment is pretty high. Yeah, 43% of my drafts right now I've drafted Hintz. Probably too much, but obviously we're gonna cool it down as time goes on for sure. We're gonna mix up our exposures. The question is, do we get Dorofiev here with Eichel? No, you know what? No. Might not be Dorofiev on that line. Fiala goes, that's a good pick. All right, this team is. You got to keep Petey, man. Don't drop Elise Pettersson for Mark Stone. I think Mark Stone could also be the guy out, the odd man out on the power play this year. So, yeah, I would not do that. All right, don't take my pick. Oh my gosh, man. No. I really wanted Swayman there. We'll go Dostal and we'll go Chushkin. Man, Swayman there would have been so nice. Oh, gosh. That's okay. Dostal, I think... Dostal could be better than Swayman. I think Anaheim could have a better record. I mean, they had a better record last year and just got better as a team. And Dostal should get most of the starts here. Like, Dostal could be the new Destin Wolf or the new UC Saros, you know what I mean? An 8-man, what top 2 pick should I aim for? Like, do you mean what are my like that's a pretty blanket. That would be a pretty blanket statement. I need some more information there. Category leagues depends on the Cats. You're talking my 2 favorite picks in category leagues. It's going to depend on ADP value. That's pretty much it. Like ADP is king, and it depends on the platform. Fiala is my version of how you feel about Hagel. You don't like Fiala? Really? Tell me what you don't like about Fiala, man. At least he'll be on power play 1. You know what I mean? Like Hagel is there's a chance he's not. My guess is he's not. Oh, there you did answer. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. You know what? In a redraft league, I get it. He does. He can be a little bit frustrating. But in like a best ball format, the spike weeks are there with Fiala. And I think that Byfield, I don't actually know who's playing on that line. Was it? Yeah, it was Fiala, Byfield, LaFerriere. That's a pretty darn good line. If Byfield takes another elite man, Fiala's going to have some pretty monster weeks. Okay. We do need one more goalie here. We need some more forwards as well, but I do like this team. Oh, shit, let me pull this up. We can take a look at the other teams here. This guy's going heavy, Pittsburgh. Wow. Huey. Like your goalies. Okay, we are up. We're going to go. So this is where it's a little bit tough here with goalies. We're going to go Mika, but do I go Logan Thompson? Do I go Thatcher Demko? Man, like if only Charlie Lindgren wasn't there. We'll go Logan Thompson. I think Thompson's good for like 50 games. Yeah, I think in a best ball format, Fiala is more favored. Also, like, I don't know what type of leagues you play in, J-Mac. But, like, in, like, category leagues, Fiala might not be the best, right? If your league counts hits. So it's stuff like that where it's sort of, like, tough talking, like, fantasy hockey. And, you know, trying to give blanket advice to people that are playing with penalty minutes or face-off wins. It really depends. But I've said this a lot. I think best ball is the future of pretty much all fantasy sports. It's so addicting. It's so much fun to watch all season long and look at your players and be like, oh my God, my team's now in 10th. My team's now in 5th. You know, there's a lot of money on the line. Mr. Cena, WWE John. J. Robin Rantanen. No, I mean, that's fine, man. I think those guys could have really good years, man. Absolutely. You have to make a quick list on goalies that are locks for 60-plus games. There's not many, man. I'd have to look at last year. Let me take a look for you. There was only 5 goalies last year. Vasi, Helly, Montembeault, Shesterkin, Sorokin. But Gustafsson, Ottinger, Swayman, Saros were all close. Wow, Decor played 57 games. Holy moly. What about Logan Thompson? He only played 43. I know Logan Thompson got injured, though. Oof. I should be drafting a little more Joey Decord, I think. For some reason, I thought he had less games played. Thank you for bringing that up. Wow. I thought it was like 50 or something. Dulce had 54 last year. I think Dulce could play 60 games. To answer your question, I think, you know, there's a bunch of goalies, really. The locks are Vasi, Helly, Shesterkin, Sorokin, in my opinion. And Ottinger. Those would be the guys, but I think you have, you know, Swayman there, Saros there. Saros should be a pretty big lock for 62. Blackwood could play 60. Dostal. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. Yeah, Canes can be pretty annoying. I don't like their system. And yeah, I mean, Thompson, it's going to depend on volume, man. I need him to get more games. Volume really matters in these points leagues, and best ball format too. Shoot, who do I want here? Could go Barzell. Could even go Cutter Gauthier. Go Barzell, and then we'll go... Go Hurdle. All right, that is a squad. Did I make a mistake drafting Logan Thompson? Maybe. Yeah, did Grubauer get injured or something, Breezy? I feel like they still gave Grubauer starts throughout the year. I don't know why I thought Decord played less games. Am I drafting tomorrow? Maybe. Maybe, man. I did a 12-hour stream yesterday and then tonight. So we'll see. I need to work on a bunch of new videos that are going to be coming out soon. So we'll see, man. Maybe a quick little stream, but I'm questionable. Okay. I'm just looking at Grubauer here. Grubauer played 26 games last year. Wow, he didn't play a lot. He did miss a little bit of time with a day-to-day injury. All right. I got to maybe draft a little more Decord. All right, boys. I think that's going to be the stream. Yeah, I'll plug it again. Code FIREDUP on Drafters Fantasy Sports. Available in all of Canada, including Ontario. 100% match deposit up to $100. $10 NHL Best Ball Championship. $10K to the first place team. I came fourth last year. I won $2,000, but we're gonna try to get 10K this year, boys. Appreciate you guys that tuned in. You know, appreciate the love you guys show. Lots of new videos coming out soon. A must draft forward video, must draft defenseman video, goalie video in the next like 5-6 days. A regression video that's going to be coming out in the next 2 days, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, boys. I'm going to watch this Packers game, so you guys have a good night. Take care.